Hey guys, it's Alex, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how exactly I make $497 a day with 12 subscribers on YouTube. And no, that title is not fake. I'm actually gonna show you the channel. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm actually selling, and it's a product that I didn't even have to create. And this is exactly how you can start a YouTube channel that literally brings you in high ticket clients or even low ticket clients if you want to sell cheap stuff on the front end. If you're brand new to YouTube or brand new to business in general, pretty much there's no excuse in this video that I'm going to take. So you're going to go ahead and watch. I'm going to show you pretty much everything and how I did it within only 3 days. Alrighty, so here's the channel that I'm using. Now, as you guys can see, so many people are going to be pissed off, but 34,994 subscribers. This was actually my first ever YouTube channel. This was a gaming channel, so I hadn't touched it for like 4 years. And I just came back to it, and I was just like, let's just post a quick video. And right here, you guys can see I started posting a couple days ago, actually, like within 3 days. Whenever I started getting views, that's whenever the money came in. But that being said, I've actually lost subscribers every single day. And if we go over to my Stripe account, you guys can see I made $497 today. I can go ahead and refresh for all the people that simply don't want to believe me for whatever reason. Right there, 497 bucks. But that being said, guys, like if you still don't believe me how this actually works, I'm going to go ahead and break down the philosophy, how this is possible, and how you guys can essentially just launch your own channel and make money. Now, before I go ahead and break down exactly all that, I'm going to quickly show you exactly what I was selling too for anybody that's simply non-believing of exactly what I have going on. If we go over to sales for my beacons, lifetime sales, $994. So right from there, everybody, you guys are going to go ahead and kind of see exactly what I was doing and how you guys can do it yourself. All right, so first of all, how is this even possible? So many people are going to say, like, that's fake. That's not actually possible. Like, you know, you're selling a course. Like, first of all, it doesn't matter what I'm selling. Second of all, the amount of traffic that you get on a video should not determine exactly how many sales that you get on a product. The real reason why you should or should not be getting sales is due to how good the product is, how much it actually solves somebody's problems, and how good your messaging is, how good you can actually make the problem sound in somebody's head. Because if you're just making it a normal video like, hey guys, here's my day today, I made a bunch of money today with dropshipping, here's no information on it, here's my course, people aren't going to have a reason to trust you. There's 3 different factors that you need in business to make money, whether it be an agency, dropshipping business, high ticket coaching client, whatever business that you want to start. If you simply cannot get these 3 fundamental principles inside of your ecosystem, you're not going to make money. And I use that exact same principle to literally make $500 today. And it was pure profit, by the way. It was a digital product. And I only got like 30, 40 views today. Simple as that. So the 3 principles, it's going to be know, like, and trust. KLT. I'm still trying to memorize that in my head. Know pretty much means they need to know you. Now, in any business, you need to see, like, this is like psychology wise, you need to see somebody's face 10 times before they're literally embedded in your mind. Now, of course, that needs to be followed with your name. So if you have a stupid TikTok name or a stupid YouTube channel name, they're not going to remember you. But if it's your first and last name, like, grow up, be an adult, put your first and last name out there, put your face on your profile picture, and put your face in the videos, obviously, the more that people see you, then the longer duration that people see you, the simpler it is going to be to know you. Simple as that. I can list off a lot of people that I've simply seen today on YouTube. I've seen Jordan Welch. I've seen William Brown. I've seen Charlie Morgan. I've seen myself on YouTube today because I have multiple channels. The next principle is simply going to be like. Are you making videos and are you making content and are you making offers that people actually like? Because if you're just sounding like a complete douchebag, or if you're even lying in your videos, if you're flexing too hard to the point where you're just stepping on people, people aren't going to like you. People need to essentially like you. Now, the reason, like, for example, not many people like Andrew Tate, but he's a multi-millionaire, pretty much a billionaire. Why is that? He used hate and baited people in to gain millions of views, and then obviously, out of those millions of views, there are some people that like him, and obviously people buy from him. So don't worry about that. You don't need to be an asshole just to go ahead and get people's attention. You can be your authentic self, and that's what I 100% tell you to do. Be your authentic self. even if you haven't made $1 million, even if you don't even have a six pack, even if you've lost 5 or 10 pounds, 20 pounds in the gym, that is something that somebody else is struggling with. You can teach them and show them how to do it. The last principle is going to be trust. I kind of already established this in the beginning, but trust is essentially where you're just bringing your drawbridge down. You're saying, you're giving them everything. You're telling them your deepest, darkest secrets, whether it be in business or whatever your space or alley is. And then from there, they're going to choose whether to trust you or not. Now, there are psychological ways to do this, but like, we don't need to get all the nitty gritty shit out there. You just want people to trust you. And then from there, if you have all three of those, pretty much, then you can apply the they have a problem or address their problem. Then there's your solution. Because at that point, like I said, no matter how good the solution is, and I made this in my previous video, if you go back and check this, let's just say that you have a client that you really want to work with. They're the dream client, like the Dream 100 method. You find 100 people that you would love to work with. Let's just say you're doing cold outreach for an agency, right? If you have all these people, they seem perfect. They have the money, obviously, to spend. They have the problems that you probably can assume that they have. They're not making enough money or they're not getting enough leads. And then on top of that, they're just somebody that you generally want to work with, okay? Here's the thing. You want to work with them because you trust them, you like them, and you know them. There you go. The only issue is that no matter how good your offer is, even if it's free, you come up to their doorstep and say, hey, it's free, or it's a very cheap price. I can deliver you all these results. You can literally give them a Lamborghini. And if they don't know, like, or trust you, or even the first one, no, if they don't even know who you are, they don't like you, or they don't trust you, they still will most likely decline whatever the hell you have to offer. So the point being, cold outreach is good if you're doing hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of DMs per day. If you're providing free work, that can kind of give them a little bit of trust factor, and like by doing conversation. But that's a lot of work. So if you're running an agency, you can know how time consuming that possibly is. Now, for the next part, let's just say that you're doing affiliate marketing, you're doing drop shipping, whatever it may be, they're buying into the product. So this is a little bit different. I wouldn't suggest doing this with affiliate marketing and drop shipping. That's kind of your own alley. They don't trust you. You're not the face of the business. The product is. So if you're kind of the face of the business, if you're an info business, you're an agency business, or you're an online coach, something like that, or you're a service provider where you're the face of the business. The point being is that you have to have all three of those factors. Now, again, we're going back to the main question. How the hell did you gain all three of those enough to get somebody to spend $500 on you after seeing you for only like 10, 20, 30 minutes on YouTube with only 2 videos up on my page with only 30 views? I can't even make this up, and I want to go ahead and prove this to you. Hold on, let me just put some sense to this. Take a look at this. So you're probably wondering, like, okay, no way. Maybe you're just getting a sale from somewhere else. If you actually go right here, let's see. Hold on. If you go over to Beacons here, I can actually prove this to you. Beacons.ai. Look at this. So for the 2 sales that I've gotten so far, I started this new business just a little bit ago, just to kind of break down and show you guys exactly what I'm doing here. If we go over to sales, you guys can see somebody bought today. Today's July 22nd. Today's July 22nd. They bought through Bitly. And then another person bought through Beacons because I was promoting on TikTok. Bitly, right? If you go over to my YouTube channel, you click on a video. What's in my description? Hurry, I'm only offering this to 4 more people. Bitly. Somebody bought it through my YouTube video where I literally only have 35 views in the span of 24 hours. So, how are we making people know, like, and trust me and making a video? So, let's go ahead and go over to Miro. Now, I know this is a video that you're expecting cuts and edits and all this fancy shit on, but like in reality, dude, like if you're at like a mastermind conference, do you think at the mastermind conference they're gonna have fucking Lambos propped up right next to the presentation board? You're gonna have hot women standing there. You're gonna have like explosions. Like, no, like that's the equivalent of putting like fancy edits on this video. Like for the real people, they obviously care for the information they want to sit down. So if you're a beginner or you're a business making $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a month, and you want to scale and sell high ticket offers or low ticket offers very easily, the quickest way to get somebody to know, like, and trust you, and excuse the small size on this, the quickest way to do this is by simply shoving yourself in front of them. Now, I made this in a previous video, cold outreach, I already talked about it. Like, no matter how good the client is, if you're literally at their doorstep, they still don't know, like, or trust you. So their trust is going to be a 1 out of 10. If you make TikToks, the amount of times that you have to be posting a TikTok, given that people see hundreds, if not thousands of TikToks per day, which is pretty sad in my opinion. That's why attention spans are going to shit. You still have to stand out. You either have to have a fucking Lambo, or you have to be giving insane value, or you have to be posting 10, 20 times a day. The point is, you have to be trying so hard to gain their trust. And on top of that, like, people that watch TikTok most likely don't have money. The people that have long attention spans are the people that are obviously going to get this. Now, whenever I said no, they have to know you. So, of course, your face on the thumbnail. Second of all, the video is 13 minutes. They are seeing me probably 20 times the duration or 30 times the duration of seeing me on TikTok. So there's your no part. Like me, I mean, I'm a nice guy in the video. Like, I'm teaching guys for free how to make money on TikTok. It's pretty simple to get somebody to like you. And as long as you're not like being like a pussy, or you're like being like an asshole to somebody in the video, you shouldn't. And trust, you're making a 13-minute video on free sauce. People are going to trust you, and then they're watching so much more. And the best part is, guys, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, well, if I'm in a cold outreach, I can just send them a Loom. Same thing. Or I can just send them to a Zoom call. Like, chances are you're not going to get them on a Zoom call. Chances are they're not going to want to watch your free training because they get 1 million people. So this is outbound. You are going to them. Through TikTok, same thing. A lot of people are going to watch your video, and out of the thousands of videos, maybe if you do go ahead and get a bunch of people that watch your video and say, hey, I got a free training going on, again, you're still attracting people with short attention spans, low budgets, because they're probably teenagers on the app. And third of all, like, they still don't know you. So you still have to make this training, convince them to go to your sketchy landing page, your sketchy VSL. And funny enough, I actually want to show you something. I tried this method. I've been doing this for an entire month, believe it or not, where I've posted 3 videos a day on TikTok every single day. And I've gotten over 400,000 views on my TikTok posts. And I say free training in my bio. We've gotten over 231 leads. And I've been sending out email campaigns, doing all these sort of things. Guess how many sales I've gotten? 0. It is so hard to convert people because they don't know, like, and trust you, especially in the online money space. It is so hard to get people to trust you. So the point that I'm trying to say is, I didn't have a funnel in my video. I didn't really have any structure to the video. I literally just made a video that just was very honest and genuine about it. So pretty much a YouTube video is going to do exactly. Now, first of all, let me go back to my main camera. Excuse me. Is a YouTube video going to do all 3 of those things and get you a $20 sale, a $500 sale, a $1,000, $5,000 sale right away? No. You'd be a lucky bastard if you did, which I kind of was. 3 videos later, 50 views in total. Shit, I got a $500 sale. That's pretty cool. But not really in terms of luck. Like, it's just strategy, okay? And it's not that hard to make a goddamn YouTube video. The one that I'm making right now, I have no cuts, no edits. And shit, if I can book a call from this video, or if I can even book multiple calls, which I'll get into that later, you can quite literally close a client for exactly the information that I'm talking about, just simply how to make high impact YouTube videos that actually collects people that are qualified for your business. And what I'm doing right now, I could charge $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 fucking dollars for this service or this coaching. And I did it with these simple ass YouTube videos. So whenever people get on a call with me, they're like, why should I trust you? You're on this video right now, and I'm literally teaching you to make YouTube videos, and you're a business owner that makes a lot of money. You want to scale with YouTube. You're on this phone right now because of the video that I'm literally talking about you should be doing. Like, it's pretty self-explanatory. So that's really it. That's all I really have to give to you. Now, for a lot of people out there, if you're brand new to the space, you don't know what exactly to sell, go ahead and just kind of figure out the best things that I would go ahead and start selling. If you're a complete beginner, you got no money to your name, that's perfectly fine. Do not do drop shipping. Do not do, I would say, digital products. If you have to buy one, of course, like if you have to buy an expensive one to get like a master resale right so you can resell it, I wouldn't buy that. Affiliate links or affiliate marketing, you can do that. It's good and all, but like you have to go kind of niche into it. You actually have to get some views. There's not really much affiliate programs or products out there that you can sell for like high ticket. If you are a beginner though, I would sell your knowledge. And also, do not have imposter syndrome. If you've only made $100 with Amazon FBA, or you made $100 at TikTok Shop, or you have lost 10, 20, 30 pounds in the gym, you don't have to have rock hard abs. You just have to have knowledge that maybe somebody from a smaller perspective has. So view yourself, look at whatever category it is that you are in life, something that you want to talk about, obviously. You have to look at yourself and say, okay, what would I enjoy talking about and what can actually help people? So for example, drop shipping, I'm not a master at it. I've only made like $5,000 in my entire life trying it. I can still make entry-level knowledge videos, and I can charge people like $25, $50, or $100 an hour just to get on the phone with me to just talk about the basics. We don't have to go super deep into it. Digital products, I've made $50,000 with. Now this, I am not Iman Gadzhi. I'm not a millionaire. I have not made millions of dollars from exactly what I'm doing. Now, I do apologize. I forgot. I thought I was sharing my screen here. No, so drop shipping, obviously, I would not start. Digital products, I wouldn't start. Affiliate products, I would not start. I would start by selling your knowledge and time, whether it be in a course, a PDF, or an ebook. People still buy knowledge from level 2. So if you're a level 2, you're a level 3, or you're a level 4, you can sell to level 1s or level 2s or level 3s. I learned this from William Brown. It's very simple and it's very actually understandable. So for this, digital products, I made $50,000. I can charge $1,000 to help with the setup, understanding the niche, like all this sort of stuff. You have to sell your knowledge or time if you have nothing else valuable, because chances are you don't have the time, the knowledge, the resources, or even the credibility to build something or build a product or waste all that time. So essentially, sell your knowledge or time. That's what I'm doing with this channel, and it's high impact, by the way. Don't just sell how to make a cake. That's not going to change somebody's life. But if I can teach one business owner how to make simply YouTube videos, it brings them in one client for the high-ticket business at $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. If I can get them 1 or 2 or 3 clients, that's an extra $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month just from this small little skill that I taught them. That is high impact, and that's where you can charge a lot of freaking money. So that being said, that's kind of the breakdown. Now, if you are a business owner and you have an info product, let me go ahead and put it here, info product, you have a digital product. So for example, like, coaching or group coaching, whatever it may be, okay? And I'm fast with this because I like to talk fast, even though like William Brown and all those other people talk slowly. I like to talk fast. I like to go with action, especially whenever the video is getting good. Let's make sure we're still rolling here though. So for info, if you're selling, for example, a course, a template, like, how to do, like shit, you know what I'm talking about, like how to sell digital products, how to launch ads, how to do this, how to do that, a template, or maybe even a PDF, something you guys understand. Or if you're selling a agency service, web design, email, like, you know what a service is. Essentially, any service that can be done online. If you are selling something online and you are doing a minimum, let me go ahead and preface this because a lot of people book calls that are unfortunately unqualified, and I don't want to point them out here, but if you're selling something, or actually if you are making a minimum of $5,000 a month and you want to scale, now this is, I'll go ahead and get into this in another video, but if you want to go ahead and scale to $10,000 a month, or $20,000 a month, or $30,000 a month, you got to go ahead and listen to this. Listen to me. Let's just say, for example, your service, okay, is, and I know this is probably like a lot of yap, but it makes sense in a second. If your service is only $2,500 your coaching program, which is very cheap, honestly, coaches are like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. If you were charging $2,500 on the low end, for example, you need 2 clients a month in your existing Instagram or TikTok or cold email, whatever you're doing to get people in the door. But bro, you literally need 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 clients per month with YouTube, which is extremely easy, very simple, to reach that $10,000, $20,000, or even $30,000 a month. Because realistically, think about it. $10,000 a month is 4 sales. Okay? This is, yeah, I mean, you got the idea. 8, and then this is obviously 12. Now, this is pretty damn simple. Now, obviously, one last thing I do want to go ahead and preface for you. I got around 150 views in total off of 3 videos. I want you to go ahead and preface that. Do not take this in terms of conversion. Don't say like, oh, if I get 150 views on my videos and he was selling a $500 product, don't do the math and be like, okay, every like 50 views, I make like 150. Don't do that, okay? You can get a $2,500 paying client, a $3,000, a $4,000, a $5,000 paying client with 150 views as well. You're probably not going to start off by getting that every 150 views because honestly, like that would be life-changing conversions. But what I would say, probably, like if you have a good video and if you follow the strategies that I teach you, I would say roughly on estimate, like every 1,000 to 1,500, or probably around 2,000 since we're starting off. Every 1,000 to 2,000 views on your video, if it's a good video just like this, you are going to be able to simply print a client that is $2,500. If you get 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 20,000 views a month on YouTube, you can be printing a lot of goddamn money. Now, of course, you can't just copy what I'm telling you in this video. This is entry-level knowledge. And this is something that I learned yesterday through William Brown. And I do apologize, I keep mentioning him, but he's literally a GOAT. Pretty much, for example, and I don't want to go into this, but like, simple as it is, how versus wow. This is kind of like a principle that he taught in his videos. How, most of the time, you will be posting a video and you will be teaching people exactly how to do something, like how to make $10,000 a month in the agency space, right? But the chances are it's the same thing as a course. Do you understand why people hate on courses? It's because 99%, of the time, people that join into courses literally think that it is a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a road to millions, or it is something that within 30 days they're going to start making money. 99% of their actions actually, using the knowledge, are going to determine their outcome. And chances are, whenever you're selling somebody a course that's like $200, $300, $400, $500, you're still attracting low-end people, meaning they're probably low-end people that don't really do too much in terms of action. So the chances of them succeeding, and especially a lot of them succeeding, it's not relying on your course. You can give great information, but most of the time you're attracting bad people that are not going to take action, and then they're like, bro, the course didn't work. You've completed 10% of the entire course. Of course you didn't make any money. So instead of teaching people exactly how to do it, I'm not teaching you guys exactly how to do it. I'm giving you guys pretty much like a 30,000 foot view on exactly what to do. There's more into this. But if you're teaching people exactly how to do it, the chances of somebody getting that information, using it, making money from it, and then getting pretty much the exact blueprint, you really think they're going to come back and say, okay, you gave me this information and then I made money with it, I'm going to buy from you. Like, you pretty much given everything away. And on top of that, most of the time people won't even get results because they're lazy. Now, if you're doing the WOW method instead, if you teach people something just like this, just like I've made $500 off of 150 views, and I proved it multiple times in this video, you're going to say, wow, how did you do it? Instead of saying how versus wow, you're going to be saying, wow, that's a lot of money from that little views. How did he do it? And of course, that's where I sell something, and that's where your video should be at the end. That's exactly what every video should do. So like I said, if you are an info business, a digital product business, a course selling business, an agency, or a service business, and you pretty much want this exact blueprint to allow me to show you exactly this strategy, specifically one-on-one, or done with you or done for you on exactly how to do this and print clients like clockwork that are highly qualified, that are already sold into whatever you have selling, then go ahead. There's a link in the description down below. Literally book a call with me, only if you're serious and you make at least minimum of $5,000 a month, because if you can't afford the coaching service, then there's no point. But that being said, the link will be in the description down below, and I hope you guys have found some value in this video. Go ahead and take this for yourself. Post a video, see exactly what happens, and see exactly if what I gave you works, because if you're consistent with it, you will see results. But that being said, like I said, link is in the description down below. Hope y'all have an amazing day. Peace out.